Attacks were coming at Israel today from all over the place, the west, south, and east. One in Gaza, one in Eilat or al-Rashrash, and the other one was on the Jordanian borders in one of the crossings. And Israel confirmed that 6 were killed in today's operations. Let's begin in Gaza, where today the Palestinian resistance targeted 4 genocide troops in Rafah, killing all of them. They were driving around in a Hummer in Rafah, assuming that they are protected with the Palestinian resistance, all of a sudden shocking them with an explosive device, taking them all down. The Israelis said that this incident is rare. There are only like tens of Palestinian fighters remaining in Rafah, and we're trying to get to them. This is no tens of people remaining in Rafah, and you have no control over the area. Israel previously confirmed that they completely eliminated the resistance in Rafah, over the ground and under the ground. As a matter of fact, Israel said that it eliminated the resistance in the majority of Gaza many times before, only for the resistance to come and shock them again and again. For the Palestinian resistance to conduct such an operation, that requires weeks of observation, of careful monitoring, of capabilities over the ground and under the ground, and of a network of fighters who are carefully calculating each and every move that they conduct against the genocide soldiers that they have under their surveillance. This is what's happening. And that's in an area that all of the people have been expelled from. And Israel constantly says that, Rafah is under control. All of a sudden they face that in Rafah, and they're still facing problems in other areas of Gaza. The Palestinian resistance declaring that they took down multiple Israeli drones and they took control of them, including the information. The Palestinian resistance usually publishes some of the videos that they obtain whenever they catch an Israeli drone to see what Israel tries to monitor inside of the Gaza Strip. And there was also a statement coming today by the armed wing of Hamas. The armed wing of Hamas published a statement today confirming that the operation inside of Gaza will be a graveyard. Al-Qassam brigades warned that Gaza will be the graveyard of Israeli soldiers, vowing a war of attrition, more captives, and declaring a struggle for victory or martyrdom. They told the Israeli child killers, you want to come into the Gaza Strip? We have thousands of men, explosive devices, and ambushes waiting for you. And also, if Benjamin Netanyahu is not going to care about the lives of the prisoners of war, all of them will have the same fate as Ron Arad, in reference to an Israeli pilot who has been missing since the 80s. There were reports that the Lebanese resistance held him for a while, reports that he went to Iran, whatever it is. Israel didn't find him. The Palestinian resistance telling Israel, you want to come into the Gaza Strip? Come in, but it's going to be a graveyard for you and your soldiers, and we're seeing what they're doing to them in Rafah. Therefore, it's very likely that fierce resistance is going to be waiting for the Israeli genocide troops in Gaza, especially seeing as the resistance has a lot of capability in that area. Moving on to the second attack that Israel faced today, Allenby Crossing or Al-Karama Crossing, one of the main crossings between Jordan and Israel. For the second time this happens. A Jordanian, reports say that he's an ex-armed forces, pops out of a truck, shoots 2 Israeli soldiers and kills them. Israel shuts the crossing. The Jordanian authorities, they come out and they condemn this attack. They say it doesn't help. And the Israelis, of course, they're starting to take more measures. They're already deploying 14,000 soldiers on the borders with Jordan. But this is clearly indicating that we're talking about a war here that will easily slip into the eastern borders of Israel, the longest borders of Israel. And although we're still talking about operations of single individuals, this at one point might expand to something far greater than that. The third attack that Israel faced today was from none other than Ansarullah, who attacked Israel with a drone that landed and exploded in Eilat or al-Rashrash area in South occupied Palestine. Let's have a look at the video that was published earlier on today.
תראה, אנשים רצים, לא יודע, ירדן.
This is another attack and another confirmation from Yemen that they have the capabilities to carry out strikes against Israel and be very effective with their strikes. If you're wondering where that location is, that's in the southern part of occupied Palestine, Eilat or Rashrash, in one of the hotels inside of that area. As you can see. So, I mean, Ansarullah have already told Israel multiple times. As a matter of fact, this wasn't the only attack that they conducted today. They confirmed that 3 missiles and drone operations against Israeli targets were carried out today. The Ansarullah Armed Forces spokesperson Yahya Sari' confirmed and reiterated that these attacks are going to be continuing and intensifying despite the Israeli terror forces' attempts to conduct attacks against Yemen and try and stop what they're doing. That clearly isn't working.